What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite weapons from Ghost of the Deep Dungeon, No Survivors. This legendary solar SMG honestly is something I really wanted, and it took me up until now to get this weapon to drop and at least get a substantial roll. The roll I have is almost as good as the God Roll we're going to be going over, but this weapon honestly is one of the weapons you want to get from Ghost of the Deep. I think Ghost of the Deep in itself has a ton of great weapons and gear. Specifically, the weapons is something I really want from this dungeon. I'm really surprised by how great they are. But yeah, here we are with a new solar SMG, which hopefully could take over from Calus mini tool. I like mini tool, but I've used it so much over the months, and specifically since it got reintroduced, that I want something new, and I'm glad Bungie added this SMG. So for one, let's jump in here and talk about how you can get this. It's from Ghost of the Deep. Here's the loot table of Ghost of the Deep. So basically, these encounters, specifically the ones you see here on screen, are the ones where you can get this weapon. Now, for some reason, it took me forever to get this. I don't know why. This loot table, I feel like, is bullshit, but hey, true to everyone but me, I guess. We are going to talk about all the rolls here on screen. We'll be reading this from right to left. We'll be labeling it so you guys can follow. So all the way to the right with the origin trait, we have Restorational Ritual. This basically allows you to have an instant reload by reviving allies or defeating combatants with finishers. Reloads this weapon and readies an emergency reload for the next time this weapon runs out of ammo. This is amazing for special and heavy weapons. Honestly, for primary weapons like this, it's useful. It's great, especially if you're armor mods and some of the stuff you're going for is built around finishers. You'll definitely get the most out of this. But for a primary weapon, I don't think this weapon is as crutch or as necessary as it may be for the Cold Comfort or other weapons out there from Ghost of the Deep that are not primaries. Now, all the way in column 4 next to it, we have Target Lock, Adrenaline Junkie, Incandescent, Elemental Capacitor, Collective Action, and Pugilist. In column 3, we have Demolitionist, Surplus, Discord, Well-Rounded, Rangefinder, and Offhand Strike. For column 2, for magazines, we have Appended Mag, Armored Piercing Rounds, Flared Magwell, High Caliber Rounds, Ricochet Rounds, Extended Mag, Alloy Magazine, and Light Mag. And for barrels, really based on whatever the one you want. Small bore, extended barrel, kind of for me, but arrowhead break is a good option for you guys. Whatever really fits your barrel needs, get that. And this is an aggressive frame SMG. Now here on screen is the God Roll. We have Corkscrew Rifling, Armor Piercing Rounds, Demolitionist, Incandescent, Restorational Ritual, and then hopefully a range masterwork or reload speed masterwork if you can get it. Specifically for me, I'll probably go for a reload masterwork because based on this season, you know, solar loader isn't really too much of an option. But here's where Restorational Ritual comes in handy when it comes to reloading this weapon. Now, in a perfect world, honestly, I probably would switch off of Incandescent and maybe use a different perk. But honestly, I don't think in higher tier stuff you're going to get a lot out of Adrenaline Junkie, whereas Incandescent can be a little bit more consistent with the perk setups. I think Incandescent's a little bit overrated, but there's not much options here in this category. So if you guys get Incandescent and Demolitionist, you're going to be rocking a hell of a setup and throwing a lot of grenades. But overall, this weapon is on the incredible side of things. If you guys are looking for a solar SMG to bring into your PvE activities, this is a great one for all activities. It doesn't matter if it's basic PvE stuff or endgame stuff. This is solid. Now, legendary primaries, I've probably said this in my stream video if you guys saw, they're on the lackluster side of things. I definitely feel what Dado kind of said is true. I've kind of ignored that fact for a little bit, but seeing him come out with that, I said, screw it, let me try meta in PvE. It's very much true, but legendary primaries are still very important for those who are running, for example, Arbalists like myself in Ghost of the Deep for our team to have a better run or easier time with our run. There are still limitations to loadouts, so this will have a place in that PvE sandbox loadout. But yeah, besides that, SMGs are still kind of the gold standard SMGs. Other stuff, really not too much. Maybe get some out of it, but again, this is where kind of the meta lies compared to fun factor. No Survivors, a great solar SMG that should honestly kind of change things up if you guys are looking to replace Calus mini tool and use something different. But let me know your thoughts down below on this SMG. Do you guys like the God Roll? Do you guys not like the God Roll? What's something you're rocking if it's different? What are your thoughts on this weapon as a whole in all of the PvE sandbox? Whatever you want to comment down below, we can have a conversation about it. If you guys enjoyed this video and found this video informative, definitely be sure to drop this video a like. Helps out the video a ton. And if you guys want more content from me, definitely be sure to subscribe button and that bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. That's all I got for this one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.